Hello, gorgeous ones. Hello. I am popping in. I'm walking with my gorgeous little baby girl down here in Santa Monica. Motherhood is exceptional. Definitely not something you can plan for those of you that are mums, I'm sure you'll agree. A whole new level of deepening for me. Lessons, it's amazing. And I just wanted to come in and share with you how lit I am by the women that I get to support. I just saw a beautiful girl from the UK jump on into the graduate group. She recently just finished Soul to Soul. When she came to me, oh my God, look who it is. When she came to me, speak of the devil, she was very shut down, like a lot of women that I speak to. And this is not a criticism, it's just what happens, right? When we keep eating the same bullshit for years and years and years, we get very limited, we get unhappy, we get into ruts, we put a lid on our life. Anyway, long story short, when she came to me, I sent her away. I said, you're not ready for this yet. You're not opening up to me, you're not sharing what's really wrong, so I can't help you. What's really inspiring is she wasn't taking that. She said no, she booked back in, I gave her homework, she came back. Second time, no, still wasn't. I said, sorry, darling, you're still not ready. You're in your head. Sounds sort of ironic, doesn't it? That she's booking a call to come and do the work with me. But I also can tell when someone's ready. Hey, gorgeous Gemma. And what I want to celebrate is, hey, Karen, she came back a third time, right? And she just basically told me, Lucy, you're going to listen. I've gone away. I've dropped into my heart. I'm full of shit. I'm actually depressed and I need help. And so we started having a conversation about the truth. Because if people come to me and tell me that things aren't really that bad, right, Gemma, you know all about this as well. I can't help you. And you're not going to be in the right state to be able to really dig down into the depths of your soul. This work isn't for people that just need something to do. It's not just another program. This is life work, right? That sets you up for an incredible future. And I just wanted to come on and brag the shit out of the women that do Soul to Soul, because every single one of them have this quality of, this needs to change right now. I am not willing to tolerate any more of my bullshit, which is exactly where I got to in my own life. I was like, if I have to keep thinking the same frigging thoughts and operating out of the same shitty belief systems that have been handed down to me, I was like, the future is not fun for me. I'm not getting what I want. I was talking about what I wanted, but then when I started to actually pinpoint my life, I went, I'm not seeing any changes here. It's all just chat. So I'm just here to celebrate, seeing as you're here, Louisa, I'm celebrating you and Gemma, you as well. You another one, another Brit that I was like, well, Welsh, that I was like, nope, not ready. And that's because I have a lot of integrity in, this is not just about me getting people in my program. It's about really me attracting in the women that are going to commit and add value to the other women in the group and who are going to eat this up for breakfast. Otherwise, it's not fun for me. I have no interest in coaching someone that's not ready to give it everything they've got. Why? Because you're never going to change your life unless you're in that energy with that attitude. That's the truth. You know, it's like that real thing of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? My women drink lots of water. So really, this is, I just want to extend, a message as we're coming into this epic new year, new decade. I want to put something to you. It's so interesting as humans that we live within the context that we define ourselves. So let me say that in a simpler way. If you're going around telling yourself, I'm just not one of those women that ends up lucky in love. Things don't really normally work out for me. I have a lot of fear. I've got a lot of issues. If this is how you're defining yourself, but you're still off there reading the books and going to workshops, you're wasting your time, because it's incongruent to be dabbling in self-help, but then defining yourself as someone that love doesn't happen to. We really do create our own context of who we are in the world. And I invite you now to start opening up the definition of who you are as we launch into 2020. Who are you going to claim yourself to be? The chosen one? The woman that men pick because you're so in your value and in your power? I invite you to do that. And then go, what's going to get me to really embody that, to really integrate that? And it comes down to support. Whether it's coming in and doing Soul to Soul, whether it's another program you've been eyeing off, I don't really care what it is. Just go do it. Honor yourself, value yourself enough to know that nothing's going to change until you get serious about really stepping up and honoring yourself and loving yourself enough to be held and supported through a process. Because when you look at how long this has actually been going on for, when you really get still and quiet enough to sit in your stuff and to connect with your heart, you're going to notice that this pattern has actually been there for a very long time. Right? We can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. And that hit me in the face like a freaking tornado when I realized how much of this I was doing, like thinking I was so spiritual and doing all the right things. And when I sat down one day and I was still, granted I had a hangover because I was numbing with alcohol a lot on weekends with socially, you know, this is back when I was really going through my huge journey. I was like, I am so full of shit. I am not seeing any changes in my external world. I am still inauthentic. I am still attracting in men that are not showing up for me. And when I look deeper, my heart broke just a little bit when I realized that I wasn't respecting myself. I wasn't treating myself like a queen. Far from it. It was the opposite. And it really was something that had me in tears for 2 days because I had betrayed myself. I was betraying my dream because I wasn't in my truth. I wasn't in my heart. Right? So I had all these affirmations and I was doing my gratitudes and watching The Secret, as I tell you guys, like, you know, so many times, honestly, I was doing, but it was distracting me. It was keeping me out of actually having to feel the uncomfortable stuff that I just kept burying deeper and deeper. And if I had said to myself, oh yeah, this year's going to be different one more time, I seriously was like, no, this is absolutely ludicrousy. So I'm here on the one hand wanting to celebrate the F out of the women that have come to me that were basically like, Lucy, something's got to change right now. Like, I am not happy. I am not where I want to be in my life right now. And when they actually were able to just articulate that, right, with no judgment, just like, this is the truth, this is where I'm at, and I know I deserve more and I want more and I'm sick of pretending that everything's fucking okay, they were liberated in that moment. And I'm like, great, so let's do it because I can help you because I've been there. And they were like so excited. And we were talking about this in my group the other day, that when women come into Soul to Soul, it's a heart decision. They're like, I didn't really know what I was saying yes to. I could feel it, had an amazing conversation with you, but it was something bigger than me. And I said, that's because you made the decision from your heart. And you, for that one moment, got out of this logical space. Because we're not taught to invest in ourselves. We're taught to just get on with it, keep going, be positive. And this being positive and keeping on going is extremely masculine, and it's us running from the fucking truth. And without feeling the truth, there can be no change. And it's uncomfortable as F. Super uncomfortable. But it's like, we've got to let it come up. And right now, not only, hey Sophie, are we going into a new decade, but we're also in the middle of an amazing opportunity because there's an eclipse right now, as many of you might know. And this portal is open until January 10th. And so now is the time to have those uncomfortable conversations, to purge anything that's not in alignment with you, and to get honest with yourself. Where are you holding back? Where are you hiding? Where are you pretending things are okay when they're not? Where are you undermining your own value? Where are you apologizing? Where are you, literally, it comes back to where are you being inauthentic? And the first person you're being inauthentic with is you. You got to be able to look in the mirror and love that woman that's looking back at you with your hand on your heart and say, I fucking love you. And if you're not in that place, and you're not in that place of honoring, there is no way in hell you're going to attract in the love of your life. It doesn't work. Law of attraction will say, sorry, not ready. Because we truly attract who we are. And that's what hit me in the face. When I woke up back in my small little apartment, I was living in Sydney, right on the harbour, but in this tiny little room, could barely fit a bed. And I had all my vision boards and I had all these quotes up on my wall and doing. And I sat there and I went, holy shit, I am not my own soulmate. I am treating myself like a fucking peasant. And this stops right now. And no joke, later that week, I went to my boss, I quit my job, and everyone thought I'd lost the plot. And I said, I am cleaning up my life. I am coming home to the most amazing woman in my life, which is me, because I had been putting everyone else first. And I was so busy pretending that I didn't know how bad it was. Yeah, I really didn't know, because I'd convinced myself that everything was fine. It's a fucking illusion. And it was keeping me out of all the things. So I'm just celebrating the amazing women that I get to support and work with. And here's the deal, like, my process works, right? But what I want to say is, this is not even about me talking about soul to soul so much. It's actually saying that I bow down to the women that come to me because every one of them is so powerful, so talented, so beautiful. And the journey is me holding the space so that they can see that for themselves. And then it's like I launch them out into the world, like letting the doves go into the world, letting the doves fly. And they will agree, like, oh my God, Lucy, I'm freaking awesome. I'm amazing. I've had this in me all along. Yes, you have. I mean, what they're doing is they're honoring themselves and they're being powerful to say, I deserve support. Instead of, I need support because I'm hopeless, it's the opposite. I deserve support because I'm powerful, because I want the future of my dreams. And anyone that's up to big things in this world ain't doing it alone. I'm certainly not. I've got a huge support system and I never, ever plan on giving it up. I'm addicted to support and proud of it. So, yeah, this is just me coming in and having a brag about seeing where my women are now, just 8 weeks on, as they fly into the graduate group. And I've had other women even reaching out to me who are in the group saying, oh my God, I saw this woman when she first came to you. And oh my God, the changes are just extraordinary. So well done you, Louisa. You happen to be on this live, so the cat's out of the bag. I'm so proud of you. I really, really am. Because it really takes something. It really does. It takes courage to go and look at yourself and to heal, you know, not just for yourself, but for your family, these dynamics, these paradigms that some of them have come through from past lives. But the most obvious ones are in this life that we inherit from our parents. And we're not making our parents wrong, but unless you are willing to live your life consciously and to look at how you're showing up and what belief systems you're plugged into, we naturally just go on autopilot and we end up saying, oh, the last person I want to end up like is my mum. Guess what happens? You end up exactly like your mum because you didn't do anything to shift that path. Yeah? So what I love, this is my last thing I'm going to say, is what I love seeing is that when women come in, they're like, oh my God, it's so much bigger than the soulmate. They're like, I've completely changed the way that my family shows up, not just for me, but with each other, because they become the light warrior in their family, like this beacon of light that says there's a different way to live. And they're showing that by who they're being. So I'm just celebrating the F out of the quality and the caliber of women that I attract. And what I'm referring to with that quality is their attitude. They are here to win, they are here to thrive, and they are ready to bring on a fucking epic 2020 because they've got the tools now. And you deserve that as well. So if you're sitting on the fence and you're complaining about where you are, or you're feeling hopeless, or you're letting your anxiety take over, I've been crippled by anxiety, right? I've gone through tremendous grief, but you are not obligated to your grief. So I've got to wrap up because apparently my baby's woken up. I'm obligated to my baby right now. Sending you so much love. Mwah.